to have had basic materials. He would have had to have had equipment brought to his laboratory, already built and made. I don't think they would have fabricated with because there are fabricators that can create this stuff. I don't think they would have fabricated the equipment. I think they would have made the equipment off-site and then brought it in, and then brought in the materials, raw materials from somewhere for him to start working on the iRobots. And the stuff is already there. Hold on, sorry. The stuff is already there. So, oh yes, I am chilling out in Elder Maxon's room. I am technically the Brotherhood of Steel leader here in my game, whatever. I lost my train of thought. No, I was gonna say that. So there are places where the Enclave has equipment that. Okay, so Modius, his main facility can create their own stuff. Okay, so there are Enclave installations that produce equipment, and there are Enclave stations that hold materials. So we're going to say that this is one of those places. So they close off communication for two reasons. One, the location that they were communicating through is in, think about this too. The Brotherhood of Steel went to that facility at the end of the storyline in Fallout 76 to connect with the Brotherhood of Steel. Well, they connected with that installation in the Capital Wasteland to connect to High Command. The installation's gone because it was raided by the Lone Wanderer. So they can't contact anyone else. And they do have a presence here because someone had to give the Institute FEV. So we have a scenario here where there's evidence of their existence, of them being in the Commonwealth. We have evidence of them here. We have evidence of Enclave physically cutting off and losing communications with the Enclave. And we have evidence of the Enclave splitting off before. Okay? So this is all expanded on confirmed canon. I mean, we have this stuff. We have evidence of the Enclave possibly being here. We have the incident of it saying in the Gamer's Guide that the Enclave places were cut off from each other, and we have had Enclave cut off from each other before with the Modius situation. Okay, all confirmed. We're just knitting it together and putting it in place. We have a place to put the base. We have the outfits, and we have a reason for all of this to work together. And the Brotherhood of Steel has been they have a teleporter. The Institute has a teleporter. Okay, if they're working with the Enclave, and we don't have enough computer entries to see if they were working with anyone besides all the merchants. Hold on. The Enclave would have a hard time working out of the glowing sea. And factions don't really mess on each other's turf. And the guy, Virgil? Yeah, Virgil. They were gonna send the dude after him. But before they were gonna send him in, Virgil said that the Institute doesn't mess with the glowing sea. That it's extremely dangerous. And he says this because it's extremely dangerous. Well, what if it's not because of that, but because the Enclave is here? And I mean, the dude that that's after Virgil, that killed your spouse, whatever, he had to stock up to prepare for the mission. Yeah, it could be dangerous, but here's a question. Virgil is told that the Institute doesn't mess with the glowing sea because of how dangerous it is. Just like the common Enclave soldier in Fallout 3 is told that President Eden is human. So the Enclave could be here, but the dude that's, I think his name's Kellogg, he was awaiting orders, getting ready to move in to go find them. He's not going to waste his time, I would say, searching the sea by himself. It doesn't make sense for him to do the grunt work. So, what were they waiting on? If they were getting ready to find him, they don't wait. The Institute doesn't wait to go do something. They just go and do it. So my only reason for speculating why they would wait, I mean, while they're getting all this stuff in order, is like maybe they were getting permission from the Enclave. They were gonna let the Enclave know that they were moving in that area to take care of it. And the Enclave, everyone has to go. Everyone has an assignment. Everyone has to get it done. That's fair. I don't like doing speculation. I want this all based on current canon, and I will not try to do anything that is air quotes a stretch. But that's my concept for the Enclave. We will be expanding the Institute lore, and we will be adding cities. I think 3 cities. Yeah, it's supposed to be 3 cities. And 1 small city. So we will be expanding what's in the Commonwealth, because in order to build Chicago, I need to lay a foundation as to why the hell the Lone Wanderer would even be getting involved with the Enclave. And I want the players, I want the character to be able to join the Enclave and do a quest line. And we have this thing here with sorry, 1 second. There's long load times whenever you exit the Brotherhood of Steel thing. I forgot about that. The Brotherhood has a presence all over, so the Enclave would be hiding in camouflage, okay? So the only last thing we're going to talk about is the gear, and then I'm done. Okay, so we will be finding a white variant for the hazmat suit. We will have 2 versions of Enclave soldiers, some wearing the under operative armor, some wearing the military rags. And the 2 reasons for the military rags: one is so that they could try to infiltrate the Brotherhood of Steel, and secondly because they are low on resources, because they gave out a bunch of resources to the to help with the war of the Brotherhood of Steel and the seizure of the Capital Wasteland, and they lost, so they're using backup old scrap material. But this right here is what most of the standard Enclave will be using, because the urban operator armor meets both criteria. If they were low on resources, the urban operative under armor would be as old as the military fatigues, but they're for operations for the Enclave, so they're more fit. They're made for the operations for the Enclave, so that would make sense for them to specifically have this. And because it's old, it would fall back on the Enclave would fall back onto Enclave, like old-timey assets. Okay, we will be using the plasma weaponry again, and the Tesla cannon. The Brotherhood of Steel developed their own version of the Tesla cannon during their war with the Brotherhood to counter vertibirds. However, Fallout New Vegas has Tesla cannons, so like the technology schematics are around. We'll say that the Enclave, the Brotherhood has been expanding so much, it wouldn't be hard. Like, if they're spreading the Tesla cannon technology around, it would not be hard for the Enclave to infiltrate the Brotherhood, since they're taking open recruits, and for the Enclave to get the technology for themselves. That is completely possible for that to happen. The heavy incinerator will only be used for the the Hellfire Mark armor, and most armor for the Enclave we will be using the standard new version, but more of the old version, because they were falling back on old armor because of losing the war. They're falling back on old resources. That is actually perfect canon right there. They're not just going to be, oh, we have a bunch of people, we never lost any resources, the Enclave is at full strength, we never lost the war with the Brotherhood. No. They shipped off resources to the Brotherhood, they lost those resources, they lost the war, and they lost contact with the main Enclave. And I want to say that this is a place that can produce its own resources if it's provided some resources. So it would make sense that they would have storage facilities after they craft stuff, so they would have old vintage armor laying around. That's what this Enclave space is going to be. This is all conceptual. And that's what we're going to do. So we're most likely going to be using scout armor, and I'm going to see about that America mod. Talk to that team if I can. And that's basically what we're going to do. We discussed why. We've discussed how. I think that's basically all there is to cover for it. Yeah, so we've discussed what they're going to be wearing, why they're going to be wearing it, and how they came to be what they are, because it all fits in place. I mean, there's this open possibility here. This actually could happen. It could. Like, I'm not just saying, like, if I throw a rock, it could make ripples in the lake. Well, these are one of those ripples. Okay, I will let you guys go, and thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe button. I will see you guys in the next video for continuing development of this mod. Bye.